And so with this, it's described Krishna and Srimati Radhika, they wander through the forest. Krishna picks some flowers for Srimati Radhika and decorates her hair, Shringar Vat. In the meantime, all the gopis are searching for Krishna. So when Krishna danced with them and then disappeared, they all became, at once their pride was smashed, because you're proud, like you win the lottery, right? And you get a ticket in the mail. Oh, you won the lottery, Pandarikaksha. Now you can build hundreds of temples. Jackpot. And then you're like on cloud 9, and then the next morning a notice comes in the mail. Oh, it was a mistake, sorry. It was your neighbor. It was the next street over, wrong address. Right? Then immediately crushed. So all that pride, you built it up. The moment it was destroyed. Why? Because Krishna disappeared. How can I be Krishna's dear most beloved if he's gone? He didn't even say bye. Didn't tell me where he was going. Will I ever see him again? Right? It's said that if you have a jewel and you lose it and you don't know how to find it again, it's like you don't know what to do. Udas means you become completely mad. So the gopis began to wander through the forest, and they would ask the tulsi plants and the trees, Tamal, Vriksha, Kadamba, where is Krishna? Have you seen Krishna? Oh moon, have you seen Krishna? Have you seen Krishna? They were calling out Krishna, 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 wandering everywhere. Finally praying. At one point they became so absorbed in Krishna they began to imitate his pastimes they'd heard of and seen. Finally they saw 2 footprints. Shri Krishna's footprints and another gopi. They thought, who is that gopi? Who is that girl? He left us and he went with her. Who is she? The Bhagavatam doesn't say her name directly. But they began to, then their man began to come up. Radhika's demands are over, and a little bit of that, he left us with someone else. So they began to search. And they saw at one point, it's described, Krishna's footprint was a little down and heel was up. Why? Krishna went to pick some flowers. At one point, the gopis' footprints disappeared. And Krishna's footprints were there, and they were a little more deep. Why? Krishna was about to carry Srimati Radhika. But then all of a sudden, also, it's described Srimati Radhika, footprints disappeared. Why? Srimati Radhika, she knew also that she's Karunamayi. What do we sing to Srimati Radhika? Karunam Gurumayi Karuna Bharite. Karunam Karumai Karuna Bharite. 3 times. Karuna means she's supremely merciful. Karunamayi, she's the ocean of mercy. Karuna Bharite. You cannot contain the mercy of Srimati Radhika. She's the ocean of mercy, she's the sky of mercy, she's the land of mercy, she's the personification of mercy, mercy, mercy. Karunam, Karumai, Karuna Bharite. All the sastras, all the sages, all the scriptures glorify that Srimati Radhika. So her compassionate nature, seeing all these gopis in separation, searching for Krishna, and she is feeling their suffering and pain, so she also thinks, how can I, keep Krishna from them? They should also find Krishna. And if they find us together, then their pain will increase. But she asked Krishna, oh please Krishna, I'm getting tired. Will you lift me on your shoulders and let's walk further in the forest? And as Krishna sits down, she goes to sit on her shoulder, Krishna disappears again. Second disappearance from the Rasa Leela. And then Radhika falls at once senseless on the ground. We see this beautiful picture of Swami Prabhupada. He did many pictures we called Windows to the Spiritual World. There's a picture of Srimati Radhika laying on the ground, and all the gopis find her. And all the gopis, when they see Shri Radha, they know, oh, it's Radha. They know also. But they couldn't understand. Why? Their own good fortune, their own intoxication. Right? When you're intoxicated, you become completely mad. But they saw her, and they developed some empathy now, some sympathy. Why? On one hand, her love was much more powerful than theirs. She couldn't tolerate for a second. She immediately fell senseless. They were still looking for Krishna. She couldn't even have the strength to do that. She fell at once senseless in the ground. And they saw Srimati Radhika, and they sat down, and white ladies, they say, oh, they have sympathy for each other. If they see someone in pain, they also feel that pain. So they sat down together, and gradually those who were Srimati Radhika's group, Lalita, Vishaka, Rupa Rati, Lavanga, and so many Manjaris and Sakis, they knew, when they saw the footprints, they immediately knew, oh, these are Radha's footprints, and they were happy. They were not jealous. They were happy. Oh, my Radha is with Krishna. My Srimati Radhika. Madhishwari Radhe. Pranishwari Radhe. She is with Krishna. Very good. We should break the pride of these other gopis. Very good. Krishna is with Srimati Radhika. So they saw this, but then they sat down and gradually by singing of Krishna's names, Srimati Radhika came to her sense and gradually, very painfully sat. And then they were thinking, what should we do? Where can we find Krishna? So in this mood, Mahaprabhu, it's described, when he took sannyas, Mahaprabhu would call out, Kaha jao, kaha pao, Brajendra Nandan vina fate modaman. Kahare kahiva kiva maradhuk. It's described that he was calling out, who can I tell of my pain and my sorrow and my sadness? Why? Mahaprabhu, Sachinandan is Krishna with the mood of Srimati Radhika, searching for himself. So how can you find him when you are him? And he's searching everywhere. We can't find, but he's in the mood of Srimati Radhika in separation from Krishna. He's looking, where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? In the Gambhira for 18 years, he was searching for Krishna. Sometimes he would scratch his face on the walls and bleed. And he was thinking, Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. And his dear associates, Rup, Damodar, Rai Ramananda, different associates would sing to him the mood of Srimati Radhika's love and gradually try to pacify his heart, but he would become mad. In the mood of Srimati Radhika, sometimes his limbs would extend, all his joints would break, and he would extend up to like 21 feet or meters, it's described. So sometimes he would become like a tortoise. So in this way, Mahaprabhu is singing in the mood of Srimati Radhika, where can I go to find my Krishna? Where can I find my Krishna? Without Krishna, my life is without any purpose. I'll give up my life. So in this mood, all the gopis were asking Radharani, where can we find Krishna? What can we do? So she said, let's go to the bank of the Jamuna. Jamuna is very kind to us. He is our dear friend. And together at the Jamuna, they all sat together in groups. Why? What is our ultimate, in this age, the greatest savior of our age? Kirtan. So they all sat together and they did Kirtan. Right? Every day in our ashram in Vrindavan, Radhakunj, every day we sing this whole song. All the verses of the gopis. First verse we can sing together. Jayati te dikam janmana raja shrayata indira saswaratrahi daita drishyata dikshutavakas Vaidrita savas tvam vichinvate. The gopis sang 19 verses all together from their heart, weeping, praying to Krishna. Oh Krishna, you appeared in Braj, but why have you disappeared from our vision? And they sang with such a sweet mood, such a pathetic mood of love. And there, having finally acknowledged Srimati Radhika, under her shelter, under her ashray, they were all praying to Krishna. Right? Then this is Sangha, community. Why? Understanding what is ashray, who is Guru, who is Shiksha Guru, and then in shelter of that, then praying to Sri Krishna, then everything becomes smooth. Why? This is another topic, but we hear Baladev Rasyatra, there was no disappearance pastime. Why? Baladev established Krishna Tattva, and Guru was present also, so everything was smooth. So Srimati Radhika, all the gopis accepted her as like their Guru in Ras. Srimati Radhika is the ultimate Guru. And under her shelter, under her guidance, they began to pray to Krishna. And then Krishna, he could not tolerate. Right? Krishna is never far away. He's always very nearby us. We should think in our life, God is never far away from us. And He is very merciful that He appears in His names. So Krishna says, what is our process? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Ram, Hare. Our Gurudev would say, I'm closer to you than the air you breathe. Why? He is the eternal associate of Krishna, and Krishna is in our heart and our soul, but yet we have turned away. All we have to do is turn towards Krishna, and we do this by chanting His names. He's non-different from His names. They're full of all His potency, more merciful than Him Himself even. So when we chant like this, with real longing, with real love, not as a ritual, not as a time pass, not as a duty, but out of love, finally Krishna will be bound to appear in our life.